Welcome in, quick hitters. Welcome in, Goodymo short crew. What a day and what a night. We're going to get into the Eagles and Cowboys in a minute. We're going to get the Texans out the way and the Jets. What a night and a day. My. Game the Texans needed to get. But you can't really fault them. They went out there, what they had to go out there with wasn't much, especially with Nico Collins going out. This offense was depleted. Coming in this game, you know, Tank Dell out for the season. Nico Collins went out early with the injury. Dalton Schultz wasn't available. Those are your three key guys on offense. We're not going to make no excuses for the Texans, but if you're missing your top three guys on offense, you're going to plummet a little bit. And that's exactly what happened to the Texans on Sunday afternoon. Offense plummeted. Throw the weather conditions in there with it with the nasty rain. Didn't help much. But the first half, 0-0. I don't think anybody's seen that coming. It was going to be a fight for us defensively. We knew the Jets had some defense. Texans as well too, so it was a back and forth. Nobody could get anything going. Stalled out drive, 3 and outs, defense making plays. So you're going to have time 0-0 and come out in the third quarter. Jets got something cooking. They scored the first points, got the touchdown, and I'm thinking to myself, usually what happens in the NFL when both teams can't score or just being stalled out as a knockout, drag-out ball game, once a team breaks the ice for a field goal or a touchdown, then we're going to get rolling. So when the Jets scored their touchdown, I'm thinking, okay, that woke up Houston. Now they finna come down and get a touchdown, at least a field goal, but their offense is going to look a little better. They're going to speed it up, feel a sense of urgency. Well, that didn't happen. They never got it going. A lot of pressure on C.J. Stroud. Didn't have enough running game to at least keep the defense at bay or take a little pressure off. They peeled their ears back and they came. They came real quick and they came often. Unfortunately, C.J. Stroud got knocked out of this ball game late. Hopefully he's okay. He's been banged up the last few weeks. Little nicks and kinks here and there. But this is a game Houston Texans needed to get. They didn't get it. It was a knockout, drag out in this bad weather. Unfortunately, it was a big loss for them going down this stretch. Like I said, you want to stay away from a 7th loss. Every time you get a 7th loss in the NFL, it's kind of up for grabs. You're praying at that point. Have to win out or hope a team lose. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of situation. But when you're having your key guys out, it's not much you can do with a good, great defense like the Jets. And they just had their number. So a terrible loss for the Texans. Terrible loss. I said they would lose about 6 games this year. So to make that reign true, they're going to have to win out. Tough feat, no doubt. They put themselves in a bad situation coming down the stretch. But with Jacksonville Jaguars dropping some games, they dropped one last week. They dropped one this week. That's the only thing that's saving Houston to catch up with them. So all they got to do is try to string together a few wins. You can be all right, but you have to get these next upcoming games. It's very crucial. So Houston really lost this game pretty much on nutrition. Just not having enough people available. And they've been in and out of lineup all year. Hard to get a rhythm like that. Like I said, I'm not trying to make no excuses for the Texans. But fact remains the same. You got to have your people available. Got to have, especially your key guys. You got to have your key guys out there to compete. And offensively, they was depleted. They were just depleted. So they only mustered up 6 points in this game. 30 by the Jets. Once they got rolling, they just kept scoring and couldn't stop. They made up for that first half goose egg and ended up with 30 points. So we're going to break down the box sheet a little bit, but tough loss for the Texans. No doubt about it. Just didn't have enough available, and I'm just marking this up as nutrition. They lost on nutrition. Just not enough to battle with. C.J. Stroud, he had a tough one. He had a tough afternoon. 10 for 23, 91 yards. Didn't even break 100 yards on passing in this game. Under 5 yards on average. No touchdowns, no picks. Everything was off. Couldn't get no rhythm throughout this whole game at all. As far as the running game, they didn't run it enough. The guy averaged 5 yards a carry, which is Devin Singletary. 65 yards over 13 carries. Seemed like in spots he was getting it going, something they didn't stick to. Being depleted with the rain, you was hoping a little more carries, try to pound and pound and pound it, and then try to play the dink and dunk game. Nothing too much down the field, knowing you don't have your big guns out there, and then you don't want to cause any turnovers. Dameon Pierce, 4 carries, 9 yards. He was pretty much non-existent. And then when you go down to the receiving, nothing there. Nothing there. You got Brevin Jordan, 3 catches, 35 yards. Andrew Beck, 1 catch, 26 yards. Xavier Hutchinson, 2 catches, 15 yards. Nico Collins, the 1 catch, 13 yards. He went out early. So no wide receiver production at all. No running game production. You had a little bit, but you didn't stick to it. He had 5 yards to carry. So that was kind of all over the place in this game. You go over there to the Jets. Zach Wilson, I didn't expect this. Nobody really expected. After being benched and they decided to start him in this game, he was 27 for 36, 301 yards, 8.4 on average, 2 touchdown passes. I mean, if they get that from him each game, they'll be happy with that. They'll be real happy with that. Breece Hall, he had 10 carries for 40 yards. Dalvin Cook, 7 carries for 13 yards. So they had a little mixture. Their running game wasn't all that either. They made more plays than the Texans. That's what it came down to. Second half, they kind of opened it up. Receivers got loose. Garrett Wilson, which is their top tier receiver for them, 9 catches for 108 yards, 12 on average. He didn't score a touchdown, but he made big third down catches. And I mean catches that kept the drive going for the Jets. When Houston needed to get him off the field, Garrett came up with a big catch every time. Breece Hall, 8 catches, 86 yards. So they just made more plays. And a nasty, gritty game like that was when you can't muster up anything, knock out, drag out, it just came down to who was going to make the most plays. The Jets made them. Made a hell of a lot more of them than Houston did. And that's pretty much it. That's the game. And once they started scoring, they just kept scoring. They're getting touchdowns. They're getting field goals. Houston stalling out. Can't muster up anything. So, tough loss. Tough loss. So we're going to get to these Eagles and Cowboys. Pull this up. And I was going to do a voiceover on this. This is going to be a late one. Slouchy Sunday, and it's going to run into Make It a Monday, of course. But I was going to do a voiceover, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to do no voiceover. They don't think I'm running. They don't think I'm trying to hide. I'm not going to hide. I can take my wins as well as I can take my losses. Trust me. This is just a straight beatdown on Sunday night. Plain and simple. They whooped them so good that my ass feel hurt. That's how bad they whipped them. 33-13. I'll be lying to you if I said I seen this coming. Didn't see this one coming. Knew it'd be a good game. Something that can go down the stretch, lose by a field goal, or win by a game-winning field goal. But to come out there and just get manhandled, basically. Eagles are a physical football team. But to come out there and just get outworked, out-strategized, out-executioned, if that's a word, out-executioned, I don't know. This was a clinic. It was a clinic by the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles couldn't get anything going. And for those fans who put that sign out there for Nick Sirianni, talking about running the ball, they didn't get their wishes, not in this game. 11 carries for DeAndre Swift at 39 yards, 3.5 on average. Jalen Hurts, a couple of quarterback draws, but really nothing was working. Just when you pick up 5 or 6 yards, it doesn't mean anything. You were stalling out. This defense was all over the Eagles the whole night. Everything seemed like it was stressed and pressed. Just to pick up a few yards, just to complete some passes, just a gash for running plays. Everything seemed like it was just tense and under stress, and the Eagles was working too hard. Everything seemed like it was coming easy for the Dallas Cowboys, especially on offense. I don't know what it is about this Eagles defense. I still haven't figured that out yet. I am furious about this defense. And it's been like that for several weeks now. This is the first time I can honestly say I'm worried. I'm definitely worried. Getting close, winding down to the end, getting ready for the playoffs. And y'all can keep talking about we haven't played our best ball all year. Well, the year is almost over with. You know? We mean we still haven't played our best ball. When is it going to ever come? That's what I want to know. Is it ever going to come? Don't seem like it. We can have all excuses in the world. Like I say, every team can have excuses. And actually, they try to build something up for us Sunday night. Talking about all the teams we'd had the knockout dragouts, top tier teams every week. We're getting wore down. You can say what you want to say. But what I see out there on that field right now, that don't look like Super Bowl to me right now. They got a lot to fix. I mean, the secondary, they play in spurts, but they're getting gashed majority of the game. Receivers still get open, and I'm just like, I don't understand it. I don't understand the separation, especially when it's superstar wide receivers. When you know they're going to you, and you can't cover them up. The running game. Dallas had everything going in this ball game on Sunday night. Passing, running, defense, special teams. What about Aubrey? Give it up to Aubrey, their kicker. Unbelievable. Night he done had. Hitting 58, 59, 60 plus. Kicker keeps that up, we're going to have a conversation. Because he acts like he's Jake out there, a young Jake. So the Cowboys had it cooking. All angles. They didn't do anything wrong. We'll start with Jalen Hurts. 18 for 27, 197 yards, 7.3 on average. I mean, not a terrible game. You just got to look at this offense and say the defense stiffens you up. That's it. Plain and simple. The defense stiffens you up. Your top tier guys turning over the football. That's never going to help you when you're playing the Cowboys. Jalen Hurts, fumble. A.J. Brown, fumble. Devontae Smith, fumble. Top guys on offense coming off the ball after big plays, pretty much moving the ball, stalled out or turn over the ball. Can't win that way. And then your defense can't get to Dak Prescott all the time he has. That's why I said the front end and the back end, non-existent these last few weeks. I'm not used to the secondary not causing turnovers, not getting to the quarterback, harassing them, getting them on the ground, getting picks, getting tips on a consistent basis, not in spurts. Not after you've been gashed 20 plays in a row and then you get a tip ball. I'm not talking about that. This defense has not played consistent in 3 or 4 weeks. Be honest with you, I'm going to take that back. They haven't played consistent all year. Let's be honest. They're right about that. They haven't played their best ball, but I don't know if they're gonna ever grasp it or get it. If they do, it better come in the playoffs. But I don't understand how you're gonna go to the playoffs thinking it's just gonna turn on or your luck is gonna change. I don't see that. You got some games left to try to make it right. You need to win out. Like they say, y'all got a weaker schedule coming down this stretch. You need to get them all. You need to get them all and then roll your dice when you get to the playoffs. When you play a team like the 49ers, the Cowboys, teams that have beat you very badly. You got to find a way when it counts the most to flex your muscle and try to knock them out and send them home. Right now, it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. I'm glad Dallas Goedert was back in this ball game. He made some great catches. It was a new element we had to the offense. He's a great addition to have to loosen up that defense for Dallas just a little bit. But like I say, it was some plays made out there, but it wasn't no splash plays. It was nothing to make Dallas really honor. It wasn't nothing to really frighten Dallas. They had their teeth in us the whole ball game. Never caught a rhythm in this game. Just when you're sniffing something out and trying to get something moving, couldn't do anything. So Cowboys, I can give it to you. You put it on tonight. You put it on. You made a statement. Y'all looking good. Defense, offense, everything is sharp to a T. And now y'all got a young kicker knocking it in from 60. Y'all are primed and ready for the playoffs. Primed and ready. So we're going to see what's going to happen down this stretch. Eagles, 10-3, but it just feels like you're behind the 8 ball. Cowboys tied up with you now. 49ers are streaking. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty down here at the end. And Eagles are dropping games at the wrong time. 2 in a row, back-to-back. 49er big game, and now the Cowboys. Rivals. So you got to find it real quick. And I want to give a shout out to Josh Allen. He beat Patrick Mahomes today. That was a game I was hoping that the Bills beat Kansas City, but I was like, ain't no way Kansas City losing 2 in a row. I said that, and that's exactly what happened. And as far as Patrick Mahomes, he didn't take it too kindly either. But Patrick Mahomes is a competitor. He don't like to lose, obviously. But at the end of that game, that just didn't look good. Crying and whining about a flag that was thrown off of offensive offsides, and you're going to take that play to make a rant. When you know y'all been struggling, y'all still trying to find yourself. Y'all haven't been sharp as well. So I'm going to say most of that is frustration. But to go to the podium and just call out that play and make it almost seem like that's why y'all lost it. No, that's not why y'all lost it. Y'all lost the game because y'all been inconsistent all year. Or as your receivers, by dropping the ball, holding people, getting procedure penalties. That's been happening all year for y'all. Big plays being called back. So yeah, y'all in a little funk as well. And y'all trying to get out of it. But don't take a call like that and take it to the podium and do a little rant like you got robbed. One play, act like you got robbed. No, man, take your frustration and take your loss. Get better as a team because y'all been making a lot of mistakes, especially the wide receivers. Big plays being called back. That's been touchdowns after week. Yeah, it can get frustrating, and you just lost your cool. So just take that loss on the head and get better next week. That's all you can do. There's a lot of other teams in the funk too, so ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for y'all. Everybody got their own problems. Let's take a look at this scoreboard before we get out of here. But yeah, Josh Allen, I got to give it up to you. Knock down Kansas City. We're going to see if you can get into this playoffs, though. Y'all got to win out for sure. It's the only way. The only way. What a week. Like I say, what a week. It definitely wasn't my week. Let's see who done won today. 2 Monday night games. Titans and Dolphins and Packers and Giants. Which one is the most appealing to watch? Neither one of them. Because Dolphins probably going to blow out the Titans. Giants are not going anywhere. That's a game the Packers need. So, Giants is going to be playing spoiler in that game. But now, these are not very good Monday night games. And I have to tally up and see what I've done. But I'm telling you right now, on my picks, I'll be lucky if I got 500 this week. Yeah, dropped the ball on a lot of these games. Big surprises. Buccaneers got the Falcons, 29-25. Both got a record of 6-7. Rams and Ravens. Ravens got that one 37-31. Rams 6-7. Ravens 10-3. They will be playing the Jaguars on Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a huge game for the Jaguars for sure, but also for Houston. Jaguars dropped 2 games in a row. Possibly can be 3 if these Ravens do like they're supposed to do, go in there and work them. Houston got lucky that Jaguars are dropping a few games here and there while they're losing, but at the same time, if Houston took care of their business, they could have gained a lot of ground on the Jacksonville Jaguars. They dropped the ball on that. They dropped the ball on it. They could have gained some serious ground. Lions and Bears. Bears trying to surprise here at the end. I mean, winning these little games here and there at the bottom of the season. 28-13 over the Lions. Lions know better. Lions know better than that. But you can't take the Lions serious going into the playoffs. You just can't. Yeah, you're going to look at it and say, oh, it's a hell of a story. But once they get to the playoffs, they're going to get bumped. They're going to get bumped. Bengals and Colts. Bengals got them 34-14. Colts 7-6. Bengals are 7-6. Jaguars and Browns. Browns 31, Jaguars 27. Both of them are 8-5. Panthers and Saints. Boy, Panthers. 1-12. My goodness. My goodness. Saints got one. See, that's another pick I had. I went against those Saints this week. And they said, you know what? We got something for you. We're going to make you pay for not picking us. Exactly what they did. 28-6. They ran over those Panthers. Vikings and Raiders. 3-0. Vikings pulled that one out. Raiders are 5-8. Vikings 7-6. I guess I can put my glasses on. Don't want to squint too much. Seahawks and 49ers. I know I was hoping the Seahawks get them, but 49ers are rolling. 10-3. Beat them 28-16. Seahawks are 6-7. Especially all the slack I done took by the 49ers fans this past week. Yeah, I took some slack. I saw the comments. Y'all was something else. Something else. Bang, bang, 49er gang. I know. That's all right. Somebody's going to have the last laugh when these playoffs come. Somebody will. Somebody will have the last laugh when these playoffs come. And y'all better not hope it's not me. Y'all better not hope it's not me. Well, like I said, y'all done good, 49er fans. Y'all took us down the previous week. It doesn't make up for the championship game, of course, but in the playoffs is where y'all going to make y'all mark. When y'all knock us out of the playoffs, y'all going to have a whole lot to say. But until then, y'all got to keep y'all train moving. Because that NFC, it's in the air for us representing the Super Bowl. It's in the air right now. And early in the year, I was a hell of a lot more confident that it was going to be us that was going to be there and was going to seal the deal and win it. But what I've seen these past few weeks, like I say, first time I'm worried. I am worried. This team is too good, too much talent, too much money has been spent, especially on that defensive side of the ball, to not be playing better, at least on defense. Too many gaps, too many holes, like I said, and it's not looking good. Not looking good coming down this stretch. There's the Bills and the Chiefs game. Went down 2017. Bills got them. Put the Chiefs at 8-5. Possible Patrick Mahomes playoff game on the road, first time in his career. Wouldn't that be something? I think he's feeling that pressure. Because he definitely lost his cool after that game. He lost his cool. Over a call. Over a call. And then we come down to the Eagles and the Cowboys. That loss is going to hunt me all week. All week. Just got to do better. Got to do better. Sunday night primetime game. Just came off a loss. Didn't need this one at all. But like I say, credit to the Cowboys. They played their butts off, man. They shut us down. They put the vice grips down on those Eagles. And the Cowboys say there's a new sheriff in town. That's what they letting you know. There's a new sheriff in town. Dak Prescott, man. 24 for 39, 271 yards, 6.9 on average, 2 touchdown passes. Man, what about this Dak Prescott, man? This guy took so much slack, I tell you. For him to be playing like this guy is a mechanic right now. The way he's running that West Coast offense, he is a mechanic right now. Every time he drops back to pass the ball, I'm already thinking it's going to be a big play. I'm just hoping they got somebody covered up good enough where they can at least get him on the ground for after them scampering for 10 to 12 yards after catch. Because that's all you see with this offense. CeeDee Lamb taking it the distance when he gets his hands on the ball. Cooks making big plays down the field. Slashing through the middle. Making big, tough catches. Gallup. I mean, they're all involved. Then you got this tight end, what's his name, Ferguson. Now he's coming through. Pollard's running like he Tony Dorsett. This team is dangerous, man. Team is dangerous. Tony Pollard, 16 carries for 59 yards. Him and Rico, they shared the load. and that was a powerful enough punch. They even threw Turpin in there on a few things. But Mike McCarthy got this offense fine-tuned the way he's calling plays. He's right on cue. He think he's out there in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers again. That's how he's calling on that play card. He is dialing up the right plays at the right time, keeping the defense off balance. You know the Eagles, they like to rush your quarterback, throw some blitz schemes, try to confuse you a little bit. Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy was right on it tonight. They dialed up the right plays at the right time. Just when we like try to bear our teeth down in him, he'll do a trick reverse or something like that, or we'll just miss the play and we get gashed for a first down every time. Wide receiver reverse, quick toss out, whatever it was, he dialed it up. Mike McCarthy dialed it up. He's play calling. Gotta give it to him. He's play calling. Had the defense off balance the whole game. They fine-tuned, man. They're balanced. Offense, defense, special teams, they're ready to go. The way they're moving, man, the only thing can stop them is themselves at this point. It's the only thing can stop them. They fall off the map, or Dak Prescott goes back to his old self for some reason. It got to be something crazy like that, but I don't see it. They play consistent pretty much all year. They're playing some good football. Really have. And they are looking like a Super Bowl team right now. Super Bowl team. Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore. I hate to say it. The man shut down A.J. Brown in this game. If A.J. Brown was up for MVP, or if he was a candidate, which he was, he just lost it in this ball game. No way A.J. Brown's going to win MVP after this performance. Great year. Outstanding. I love him. Trust me. But in a big game, the magnitude of this game, and Stephon Gilmore show you up a little bit, not only cover you, but turn you over as well. Getting the last laugh while y'all bumping the whole game. He's not backing down. Mano y mano. So that's going to hurt you in voting on MVP. Tough as it is for a wide receiver to get it anyway. That's another thing you got to look at. Wide receivers don't get MVPs. They have to be completely off the charts to get that. But their defense made plays all night long. And all I can do is stare at the screen, hoping something change. And what I'm looking at, is it real? You know what I mean? Is it a bad dream? When I go to the bathroom and come back, the score is going to change. I don't know, but it didn't happen. It changed all right. Changed for the Cowboys. So, I guess y'all have a good night. I mean, nothing much here. Trust me. Explaining this ass whipping, which what it was, not pleasant at all. Not pleasant at all. But I'm here. I'm a man of my word. Like I say, I take my wins and my losses the same way. I don't hide. I can give props where it's due. And these Cowboys came with it. No doubt about it. Smothered these Eagles to death. And now they got to find out how they're going to recover. How are you going to recover now? You're plummeting. How are you going to recover? Y'all enjoy y'all night. G.S.Q.H. Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Thanks for y'all time. Slouchy Sunday. Rolling over into making it Monday. Hell of a sports week. I'm not going to say disappointed. I'm just going to say upset. I'm just upset, really. They said our last few games is going to get easier. Well, thank God for that, right? Thank God for that. But we'll see if that makes a difference or not. Bang, bang, Niner gang. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. We'll just have to wait till the playoffs. We just have to wait till the playoffs. I love the competition. We're all going to have fun with it. We're all going to have fun with it. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Goodymo Sports Quick Hits once again. I'm out of here. Be safe. Peace.